is your porn watching too much? You might have seen videos all over YouTube and Reddit posts and all this stuff how porn is bad. I know that a lot of Christians, even myself, you know, demoralize porn. It's demonic, it's evil. And there's a lot of studies and even Netflix documentaries about how these organizations are preying on parts of society that are not great. And I wanted to make this video because New Year's is coming. And with New Year's comes a lot of resolutions. People want to start something or stop something. Some people want to go to the gym. Some people want to stop smoking. Some people want to eat healthier. Some people try to do too much at once, which I don't recommend. But a habit such as this one is one that a large majority of people have nowadays because of the easy access to pornography online. Kids, adults. When I was growing up, I found it by accident in an uncle's house. It was a VHS tape, and all I saw was a woman with a big bush in the front of the cover. And that was my first intro into that world. And it has been with me for the majority of my life. And this is what I hear across many, many conversations I have with friends and family members. We're pretty open about it. And I think more and more people are becoming open about it. And I remember thinking how horrible it was. I felt shameful. I felt all these things about it, especially that at times I was doing it 2, 3 times a day when I was in my late teens, early 20s. And I knew that was unhealthy, but I still did it every day. I still went back to it. I would stop for a week and then I would relapse, do it a bunch. And then in 2021, a group of friends, we all came together and was like, we want to stop this. We're going to hold each other accountable. And we did. For about 6 months, we had a group chat. We met every week to see how we were doing. Some of us relapsed, some of us didn't. Actually lasted 6 months without any watching or anything at all. I was in a relationship at the time, so that kind of helped, but we weren't as intimate as you would think in that kind of relationship. And I remember having this gentleman on my podcast that I had prior to the one I have now, and his name was Dominic Quartutrio. I'm probably messing up his name. I'm sorry, Dominic. And he had a podcast as well, and he talked about pornography and how there's actually a healthy way to utilize it. There is ethical websites and ethical moments with real people that can be watched. And of course, because it's ethical, you do have to pay a membership fee. It's not free. It pays all of its actors, actresses, couples that are on it. And I remember I tried that route, and I was still pretty bad. And it really made me start to think, like, what is there a healthy amount? Is there a healthy amount to watch? If you're a guy that's very busy, so I get it. Sometimes we have to jump into hustle mode, and we can't date. Maybe you're not in a relationship, and you have needs. Um, Science says that we should be, with age, depending on your age, if you're younger, you should be ejaculating more often. And as you get older, it should be less. So to prevent cancers and things of that nature. And I would say that if you're addicted, it's definitely great to stop completely, but you may have to wean off of it. See, stopping cold turkey is tough unless you have a great accountable circle and you can catch yourself when the moment comes. It's going to be hard to stop. See, one way to stop a habit is by introducing something else in the place of that habit. So, for example, when I was in this group, one of the things we tried was when you felt the urge and the moment came, you would sit and meditate for 15 minutes. You will call one of the guys in the group and just talk with them that the urge is here. and you have to, try your best to stop it from happening. And that's hard because it takes a large amount of willpower to do those things, to sit and meditate and not go the easy route and follow that brain, trajectory, because you've already built something in your brain that when you feel this way, you do this. And that's kind of what happens. You have to disrupt that part, those electronic signals in your brain that make you want to do that. That's freaking hard, which is why I say it's good to wean off. I have not been as active on that because of YouTube. I'm going to be very, I'm not going to say what it is, but the P word, corn, we'll call it corn. And when it comes to watching corn, I don't do it as much as before, but it still exists. Still part of my life. And that's unfortunate. Not as often as, 2 or 3 times a day back in the day was really bad. But stopping for 6 months helped with that. It helped me not do it as often. And it helped me realize what are my trigger points. One of those being Instagram, because Instagram is very easy to see beautiful women in bikinis. That was tough. So what I had to do is build up my Instagram algorithm to only show Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, fitness, and like motivational videos or something. So if you look at my feed, that's all you see nowadays. I followed every, influencer woman, even fitness ones, because they, wear those tight leggings and all that stuff. All those were triggers. I had to get rid of all the triggers and realize that those cannot control me. But the reptilian brain that sits back here is so freaking powerful that if you reintroduce it, you might just have a slippery slope, especially if you had the challenges I had back in the day. It's always going to be there. It's like an alcoholic, and think about Alcoholics Anonymous, and it never ends. It's pretty much something that you have to deal with your whole entire life. Eventually, you're able to sit in a bar and not have a drink, but it's contextual. What's happening in your life? How stressful are things? Same thing goes with this habit. And I think there's such thing as watching too much, and there's a point where maybe you have to, just lessen. Maybe you gift yourself a moment, but even that can be a slippery slope for many, not for everyone. Maybe you got to create rules around it. Maybe only watch it with a partner. Sometimes that helps. Or maybe watch it when you accomplish something, and that's kind of a reward. But you can't consider it a reward when you're just sitting at home doing nothing, playing a video game, then you go and do that, and then you go back to gaming. Has to be something else, I think. So, creating this video, it's December 26th, the day after Christmas, day before my birthday. And I would like to start a challenge for the new year with you. And we have a comment section. Obviously, if you want to be part of it, let me know. You can shoot me an email. My email is in the About section. And I can create a WhatsApp group or a Discord group and see how we can all support each other as men. So if you're looking for it, just reach out or put in the comments below that you want to join in, or shoot me an email and I'll create that group so that everyone it's private, obviously, but we also make sure that we all support each other when we're feeling down. And if it gets big enough, I can create weekly chats so everyone can meet each other, like Zoom chats for about 30 minutes, so that we can all express our challenges, learn from each other, and stop this habit if you're looking to stop it completely and forever. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is a test. All right. Until tomorrow.